Opportunities don't happen. You create them. Success comes from taking proactive steps and creating your own chances rather than waiting for opportunities to come to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this momentous occasion of learning. I, Palak Jain, Student Manager at Balaji Institute of Technology and Management.
And I, Janam Vora, Student Manager at Balaji Institute of Technology and Management, will be your Masters of Ceremonies for today. We will ensure that every aspect of this event unfolds seamlessly and with utmost enthusiasm.
We are delighted to welcome you all to our corporate learning session. Our guest today is an exceptional individual who has made a significant impact through his journey. It is indeed an honor to have Mr. Pankaj Gupta, Chief Business Officer of Godrej Capital. He's a true leader and visionary, and we are excited to learn from his experiences and insights.
Sir, for us to thrive in a very competitive world, Sri Balaji University Pune has an excited academic program with inbuilt rigor and resilience and a process-driven approach.
We would also like to extend our greetings to our Chancellor, Sri Balaji University Pune, Professor Parmanandan Balasubramanian Sir, Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. G.K. Shrude Sir, and all the senior directors, deputy directors, faculty member, and to all of our student managers.
Our university, Sri Balaji University Pune, has also a vibrant ecosystem that nurtures entrepreneurship, and through our interactive sessions with corporate stalwarts, we groom ourselves for our challenges in the outer world.
Discipline, dedication, and determination are the three values on which Sri Balaji University Pune provides career-specific contemporary education with a strong emphasis on practical training and overall development of the students. The prestigious Times of India B School survey has ranked Sri Balaji University Pune as top 12th school in India and ranked top 4 among private universities. Sri Balaji University is known for its 100% placement record, as more than 300 companies visit our campus for internships and placements. The intense grooming and the maximum learning hour record have enabled our student manager to emerge as a leader in the corporate world.
On this gracious occasion, we fondly remember to our founder, late Professor Dr. Colonel A. Balasubramanian Sir, for his vision to impart quality education to the youths of our community.
As we embark on this journey of learning, get ready to be inspired, uplifted, and propelled to new heights.
May I now request our student manager, Ms. Khushi, and Mr. BIIB to recite our guest of honor.
May I now request our student manager, Ms. Anushka, to introduce our guest.
Thank you, Palak. Good afternoon, everyone. I, Anushka Kulshresht, Student Manager at Balaji Institute of Technology and Management, Sri Balaji University, Pune, am honored and privileged to introduce our esteemed guest today, Mr. Pankaj Gupta, Sir, who serves as a Chief Business Officer at Godrej Capital. With 23 years of experience, Sir's journey begins in channel management at Asian Paints and transitioned to BFSI sector with HDFC Bank in 2004. Sorry. Focusing on liability products, sales, and cross-selling various financial services. Over the couple of decades, Sir expertise had centered around retail's asset, including consumer and SME finance, managing direct and indirect channels for a ranging of loans such as personal, home, and business loans. Sir has extensive experience managing markets in Punjab, UP, Delhi, and North India, contributing to the growth of unsecured loans and home loans business at Bajaj Finance Limited. Notably, Sir played a key role in transition of human home loan and LAP businesses for channel of direct model, an industry's first initiative. Additionally, Sir was a part of team that launched Bajaj Housing Finance Limited. In current role as a part of founding team of Godrej Capital, Sir is focused on building the retail finance services business for Godrej Group, including both HFC Godrej Housing and NBFC Godrej Finance. Sir has done his bachelor's in humanities from Guru Nanak Dev University and postgraduate diploma in general management from Singapore. We are indeed fortunate to have such an accomplished and inspiring individual with us today. Let us warmly welcome our guest with a huge round of applause. Sir, the stage is all yours. Thank you.
This will work. If this works, then it's fine. Yeah. You got the presentation right? Presentation is there. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah. I think the one more time. Yeah. You want to have your energy test check? Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, sir. Yeah, I think that makes little sense post lunch. Sure. Thank you. Let me start from a big thanks to the management team of Balaji University. I would start with a note of positivity around in this prestigious college. I think Balaji University has produced some of the good students in past who've become successful professionals. In the last decade, we've got good experience over last, I think, 10 plus years. That's the positive note conversation around the university, and a thank note to actually Bala sir, who's been a visionary and who's built the university. Now the second thing is from Godrej Capital. I think we'll share with you some stuff on how corporates work. And the story entirely which you see on the presentation is largely dependent on you, because the concept of leadership has been brought to you in three forms. One form is there is my story, that's my life story. Second is Godrej Capital story, which is how we've been able to build a company in the last 5-6 years, and in the next 10 years, what are we doing? And third is your story. So the more keen interest you have in building your story, happier, I think, future you can have, all of you. And as I start my story, I'll take not more than 10-12 minutes on my story, 10-12 minutes, 15 minutes on Godrej Capital story, and largely the whole 45 minutes, 1 hour or 15 minutes up and down, it's for your story, your individual story. Because you are here in the college to weave your story of your life, and your story will depend on how you learn from others. Let me take the round of some learnings I had in my life. I have got a very simple, plain life like all of you. It's been 23 and a half years of action across India's reputed organizations. At a personal level, I'm married. I have 2 daughters. Elder one is sitting like one of you in a reputed college in Delhi doing MBA. Younger one is at home. I mean, she must be in school right now. She is in 7th standard. Sorry to kind of forget that which class she is in. She's 13 years old, and elder one is 21 years old. And my wife is a pharmacist. My father is a tailor. You understand the meaning of tailor? Yeah? Yeah, okay. So I belong to a place called Pathankot. This place is on the border of India. It's like you can walk towards border of India and Pakistan. And I happened to work from the age of 15. As soon as I cleared my 10th standard, worked at a PCO, STD PCO for about 5 years, where my life used to start at 5 a.m. And at 10 a.m., then college, then some sort of another income job like tuitions to students after college, and then evening 5:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Again at that shop. That lasted for about 5 years. 2001 is when I completed my graduation, and then fortunate to be part of India's leading paints company called Asian Paints. Did need that job desperately to earn some money. And that's my personal life, which pushed me to get into corporates from 2001. And I normally divide life in 3 stages. One is you learn more, second is you earn more, and third is you grow more. So I normally say this to everyone, that eventually in your life you do 3 things. You learn more, then only you earn more, and eventually you grow more because you learn more. Those of you who will stop learning more, whether it is your better behavior or whether it is your, functional competence, then you stop growing more. And when you stop growing more, you won't be able to celebrate more. So that's the formula of my life. And I think I've been able to learn this through the ranks and orders, and today leading the organization at Godrej Finance and Godrej Capital overall. It's been easier because you will have to go through a grind without even telling you in a bhashan form saying you work how many hours in a week. I'm nobody to tell you you should work how many hours in a week. That's a choice you need to make. You make a choice and you have a consequence. So we move on. That's my brief story. I think we've taken not more than 5-7 minutes or 10 minutes max. Can we move the next slide, please? Yeah. Now, so I would sum up my story in such a manner that what are the decisions which have helped me and what can help all of you when I'm saying individually, each one of you. Some of the things, since I was not fortunate enough to be in a B school post-graduation like you guys are sitting in this room or conference hall, you have the luxury to be in this B school for 2 years and learn what management principles are, how organizations are run, and how practically you'll be ready to lead the organization as you enter in the corporate world. And my experiences have been around making the choices, and I also have made certain wrong choices, certain right choices, but learned during the process that what exactly can help you to be a better person and better professional. So my choice was that I'll continue to upskill my knowledge and competence by educating myself on academic side and on functional behavior balance. Functional means you learn how things happen in corporate world, how managerial capability is, but eventually your behavior turns out to make you, if you get your behavior better, you get whatever you want or dream in your life. So my experiences of 2 to 3 large experiences, I would say, that you educate yourself continuously. There is no one rule of being MBA and then for life you are done. It's not a MBBS, MD pathology, degree which is going to make you a doctor. You're going to become a doctor once you practice more and more. And of course, your degree is going to help you. But if you need to learn more, technology is advancing every day, then this piece of getting inside the formula of new things happening in the world, you need to continuously do. I think second experience of my life that shaped my destiny or my current state of financial freedom versus being in a decent position to impact in Indian economy and Indian businesses is when I'm doing anything, how will as a professional I be able to, in the scheme of things, be able to impact the larger decisions, which means you learn more and then eventually you practice and then you learn from your bad decisions and then again self-reflect yourself that have I gone bad, or I believe in myself that whatever I think is right. So if you build your mindset that my point is right and your point is wrong, I think that's where you'll have deadlock with only your thinking and you become a person who's like growth mindset versus fixed mindset person. So these are two broad things I've been able to gauge. We can move forward. Some gyan on some sort of executive summary of India's better future on financial services. Don't read the slide too much. You will be able to get nothing out of the slide. And I'll just sum up that slide for you. Indian economy is bound to grow. That's what this slide is saying. Indian economy, any guess what is the size of Indian economy right now? Yeah? That everybody is, I mean, you are in the corridor of 3.6 to 3.9, and that continues to be the mainstay. And how much our economy will be in the next 40 years? No voice. We will be in the next 40 years, maybe 38 years. I mean, that's the research and analysis says that India will become world's #1 economy by becoming $62 trillion economy in the world, and we will become #1 country in the world. That's what few of the research and analysis reports are saying, which means India is bound to grow. India's GDP versus mortgage. Mortgage means home loans, loan against property. India's GDP and mortgage penetration is about 12.5%, which is supposed to grow in countries which are developed, and even the countries like China or some other countries, the penetration is far above 12.5%, and some of the countries have 90% penetration. So financial services ecosystem also plays an important role when economy becomes $62 trillion, when India becomes the largest economy in the world. What will happen is your financial services ecosystem equally, grows, and it becomes important part, and hence this piece of information is available and important for each one of you to understand that if India will grow, what will make story of India's growth a pertinent story, that is MSME, SME story, Indian MSME sector will grow. And along with that, what will grow is India's consumption story will grow, and hence the financial services ecosystem will become important. We move forward now to Godrej story. So this is the broad output of what I spoke about. This is what we are doing as a company. Godrej Capital is a new company of Godrej Industries Group. This company got constituted in 2018, got action in 2019, and license in 2020. We felt at Godrej Group that we have right to win in financial services. We are the only group in India which is reputed group, and we entered financial services as the last player in the country. When I'm saying last player, the last big player, which means India's conglomerate, which is not in financial services, all others are. So we believe that 2017 crisis, if some of you are aware, there has been a crisis of financial services companies going bad in 2017, specifically NBFCs and housing finance companies not been able to do well. Few of the companies went bad. So the trust overall in the sector was missing. And Godrej Group at that point in time, 2017 and 2018, felt that this is an opportunity. Like real estate we do, Godrej Properties is building opportunity in real estate. The same way Godrej Capital took this opportunity of bringing trust back in financial services. So our brand overall is making a lot of, I would say, a lot of positive feedback is coming from customers, a lot of positive impact in SME and MSME. We are able to build the company. We are able to see the growth of the company. And some of you who are aware about financial services companies or startups, it takes a lot of energy to build startup. Startup means you are just starting up. You need to do expenditure. You need to bring people on board. You need to make money out of the business. And first 2, 3 years, 4 years you take. And in the process, if startup doesn't take up, then there can be a potential opportunity. Where you continue to have your OPEX, and OPEX means operating expenses, and you you have a long gestation for profits. But at Godrej Capital, we've been able to bring profits on board. Last year, we became profitable. This year, we are making triple-digit profits. This year will be fully profitable. Next year, we are going to scale profits. And in the next few years, you will see across the spectrum of leadership and customer focus, you will see Godrej Capital become a important company with a vision of next 10 years. And this is what the structure of Godrej Capital all about is. The structure is very clear. Godrej Capital is a holding company and the group brand. All financial services products fall under Godrej Capital. And Housing Finance is separate company. You can see Godrej Housing Finance is written on the left, Godrej Finance is written on right. That is our NBFC. And we have ambition of 50,000 crores balance sheet to be done in the next, let's say, 3 to 4 years. We are supposed to have 50,000 crore balance sheet. Once we attain the size of 50,000 crore balance sheet, we become India's top 6-7 NBFCs in next 3 to 4 years. So the last business in financial services started on 9th November 2020. Started with just home loans. Today we are 6-7 products. And then today we are profitable. And then next 3 years we'll become top 6-7 companies. Finally giving you a view on next 10 years with an ambition of being in India's every small and big town. We will be one of the top NBFCs in the next decade. That's the growth story. Something about corporates. You guys are, I've been given to understand first year students, and some of you are very new to B school process. Some of you may have anxieties of how corporates will work and what is allowed, acceptable in corporates. So I would talk about financial services industry's formula in general. It's very, very task focused industry. We are building a lot of people practices in financial services so that we become one of the best companies in the country in terms of providing opportunity to people. So our culture becomes the most important thing. And some of you who will read in the next 2 years what management is all about, what culture is all about, and what ambition and strategy is all about. I think having a purpose, which all of you should have at some point of your life, if you don't have right now, having a purpose of life helps you to become a great leader. The same way, having purpose for organization helps organization to navigate its challenges of where it has to go and where it is right now. So we've got a purpose of the company. We've got a formula very clear where we want our people to have agility in the structure. Agility means when you come to the company, you bring the thought and you are in a position to get your say in the organization to shape the future of organization. What are do's and don'ts of that? I think there are 3 stages of organization. Okay, some of you who are keen to know what should you do at this point in time. There are 3 stages of your evolution. Stage number 1 is lead yourself. When you lead yourself, you do best job, because first and foremost thing you need to do is lead yourself. You need to have hunger to learn and improve. You need to take initiatives to learn more, and you need to know that what makes things work. So if I want to get my things done from somebody, how my emotional awareness and social awareness will help me to become an individual जिसको काम कराना आता है. So अगर आपको अपना काम करवाना आता है तो there are only 2 things to get done. One is give what? धमकी. देख लूँगा नहीं तो. So either you do that or you do influencing, that I want my stuff to be done. For that I have a good relationship with my stakeholders and I get my stuff done. That lasts for about 5 to 7 years in your life. So you learn exactly that as an individual, what are you supposed to do? So when you learn more and when you become self-aware on leading yourself first, then the second thing you do is lead others. So if you lead yourself well, if you are able to understand in these 2 years from your B school that what are you supposed to do? what is expectation from you, how self-aware you are and how critically you evaluate yourself and see that what limitation do you have. You want to get up every day 6 a.m. and you commit to yourself, but you don't get up because you don't have control on yourself. So if you get yourself under control, then you lead self. Then you are in a position to lead others. Eventually in 4-5 years, maximum 6-7 years, you become a professional who will be in a position to lead others. And to lead others, you need to lead by example. You need to learn how will you help others to see what they are not able to see. And that's the journey you all are on. Lead yourself, lead others. And finally, when you spend 10 to 15 years of your life in leading yourself, leading others, and then starts the story of leading organization, where as a professional, you would be at large positions and you would be saying that the company you work for, you are making big decisions to beat competition and other companies to make sure that your company does well. The better thinking you do, the better principles you have, and the great individual you are, your organization is going to grow well. So eventually find a purpose, stand for certain values, and then believe in this formula of sabse pehle you learn yourself. How will you handle yourself? Then you eventually learn how do you handle your teams, your people around you. The last thing is organizations are built on cultures. I spoke about culture earlier also. Culture is what you do and who you are, which means what do you believe as an individual? What value do you bring on the table? If you say something and nobody believes, it means that you have no value system. So you need to create a credible leadership that what you say and what you do, if it is same, it means you will build a credible leadership, credible formula of believing in others and others believe in you. So we move forward. This is what our overall org and top few team members are looking like. We focus on diversity, we focus on equity, we focus on inclusion. We've got all functions collaborating together, and this team, which started from zero, when I joined, this company was almost zero employee company because it was a startup. Today we are about 1,200 people company. We are launching affordable housing finance, which is our another business line. We want to make sure that we not only compete with our competitors, which are very large in nature, but also beat them. So I believe that as an organization, we've got every framework in place. We've got our long range plan in place. We've got our annual operating priorities in place. We have our talent quality supreme. We've also got our annual priorities defined in such a manner that anybody who joins Godrej Capital, he or she gets to know that mujhe karna kya hai. What is the ask from me? Second thing is, how am I supposed to behave? For example, we don't have violence on the floor. You cannot have any kind of force to drive people. You need to show respect to people. That's the value we have. We believe in showing respect to our partners, customers, employees, and that's the culture we are driving from day one. That's how Godrej Capital gets differentiated with competition. That's how we are able to attract talent, and that's how we've been able to grow our talent within our company. Move forward. I think these are the contours of what we've been eventually saying to all of you. So we've got a mix of, I would say, diversity is explained in such a manner that you will be able to understand. In our organization, we not only get gender diversity, we also get people who are PWD, people with disabilities. We make changes in our organization to get people with disability go through their life cycle with a smooth run. For example, the changes in the washroom we make for people who are people with disability. We focus on organization diversity, which means that we don't get people from only one organization, we get people from different organizations. We've got 1,200 plus people and they have come from more than 225 organizations. That's how Godrej becomes a unique place where you will succeed based on your merit. You will be able to really well if you are competent. If you are not competent and merit is not working, then Godrej is not the right place for people who are thinking that they'll be able to flourish in the company and do well in the company only on the base of vintage, which happens in certain organizations. So Godrej is a performance focused organization, a very fast company, a very differentiated company. One of the example of differentiated company is we've brought innovation at the center of what we do, and that's the fulcrum of our leadership. Innovation's example is we've got design your EMI as concept of our proposition to customers. For example, any customer who is paying rent, who's paying, and I'm talking about a nuclear family or anyone who's paying rent and wants to buy a house, and if the EMI is, let's say, EMI is choice of the customer, if EMI of 80,000 customer doesn't want to pay, customer wants to pay 60,000 EMI, we have open architecture to offer customers design your EMI framework. And that was industry first. We led this from front and we were able to get a lot of traction. Our businesses become profitable, successful based on the proposition we have. So this is all possible because we have decentralized our operations. We are empowering our people always to make sure that the decision making is not central, and that makes people accountable and empowered, and organization is doing broadly well. So you'll be able to see this as I spoke about learn more, earn more, grow more, celebrate more framework. Once you learn more, once you earn more, grow more, what else you do? You celebrate more. That's what you do. How will you celebrate? You celebrate every success moment in the company, and then celebration becomes everybody's, I would say, everybody's responsibility, which means that as a manager or as a leader or as a team leader, whatever position you are in, your job is to celebrate small wins in the company, and that becomes the culture of the org overall. We can probably just see if there's a video for you, or if some of you who are still awake, you can have the look. We can move on to question and answers. That's fine with me. Or we can do this after question and answer. Yes. Sure. So we can, in the interim, we can open up questions and answers session in case any one of you want to ask any question. No. We can leave this. Yeah. This is just the beginning, I think, and I said already that we are on a journey of 3 years in the row. We are like Great Place to Work certified. Over to each one of you in case you have questions. Otherwise, thank you.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Sir, I am student manager Ekta Kanojia, interned at Bennett Coleman and Company, the Times of India, specializing in marketing. Sir, in the month of June, there was an article that Godrej Capital plans to enter the affordable home loan segment this year. So,
Yeah.
what strategies and product do you, as a company, intend to introduce, particularly in a market where competition is intense and margins can be thin?
Sure, that's it? That's
Yes.
the question? Yeah, thank you so much. I think it's a good question and I must thank you for asking the question. As I already touched upon this piece, that Godrej's first and foremost priority for us is that we bring the trust of customers on the table. So
Right.
what happens is that any company which gives loan, today customer ask that, will you increase my rate of interest tomorrow? Yes, no. Are you trustworthy company? Yes, no.
Right.
We believe that our right to win is trust factor of Godrej brand. The second question which educated customer ask, or even less educated customer may ask, that tomorrow if I have EMI bounced, will you behave with me in a rightful manner? Yes, no. That is the first question which customer has in their mind. So what we are doing is, first thing we are building is a credible company in lending business which will respect customers also. And I'm not saying that customer defaults EMI and then we will not do anything. But Godrej has a certain business operating model. For us, we want profits, but not at the cost of employees' bad health or customers' bad, I would say, outcomes. So first thing is we bring trust on the table. The second thing is, which is very important for each one of us to know, that Godrej launches businesses for decades.
Right.
We don't launch business for just 2-3 years quick bucks. For example, certain startups will launch business and they will have the intent that we want to quit after making some money, and that's not called long-term franchise build. Business build is which is built for decades. For example, Godrej Consumer is in India for more than 105 years. Godrej Group is in India for more than 127 years, and the trust is growing day by day. Godrej Properties is real estate company which is #1 company in the country today. So we will bring, first thing first is long-term orientation of being in India, ability to serve customers. As I rightly said already, saying design your EMI is our concept. We also have overdraft products. We will create products, and right now we have not created products. We have created the business plan. So business plan is there for next 5 to 7 years. Product is part of business plan, and all the products are hyper competitive. Affordable housing will also be hyper competitive, whether it is rate of interest, whether it is eligibilities to customers, whether it is digital product. So we'll have everything what competition has, and more than that, that will become our signature strength. I hope that helps you to understand.
Right, sir. That eventually will lead the company to the top non-banking financial services.
Yeah.
Eventually. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank
for
you
your
so
insights.
much. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Very
I,
good
Nishant Raj Singh from Balaji Institute of Technology and Management, interned at Aditya Birla Fashion and Retail. So my first question is, like you said about you organized three MI framework for the customers. So how it will help the company to compete with the competitors?
3 EMI, sorry, come again.
So the 3 MI framework.
3 EMI, design your EMI framework.
Yes, sir.
Design your EMI.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So it's very simple. MSMEs and SMEs, they need loan and they need line. You understand the meaning of line? In India, public sector banks offer overdraft product to all the customers, and customers do what? They withdraw the line and pay the interest every month. We have also created a framework called Flexi Funds, where customer can take a loan as line, 1 crore, 2 crore, 50 lakhs, and that line is sanctioned for the customer. Now, as and when customer needs 1 crore, customer can withdraw 1 crore. As and when customer gets, that SME customer gets 1 crore back from their debtors, and then it is paid back. So interest is saved, and that's how we have built functionality based on technology platform, where we can also now offer these kind of products. And Design Your EMI is nothing but a flexibility given to customers for kind of agreed terms that if you want to pay only interest for 2 years, yeah, that's fine. In general, a loan is having two components, EMI and principal. Principal gets out of the EMI payment and interest gets out of in the amortization schedule of 20 years, 5 years, 3 years. That's how loans happen. But we have democratized the model with this Design Your EMI framework.
So my second question was now the customer perception is changing day to day. So how the Godrej capital was used to deal with this issue?
So very simple. So if we look at the model, any company, whether it is Amazon, whether it is Google, Apple, or any company, or India's new age companies, almost all of them, any company which stops listening to customer and customer says something via call centers, via emails, and all the models which are there available to communicate. And when you are a listening organization, which means if customer is saying something and employee is saying something, when you have created a listening organization framework, that is when you become a responsive organization. And when customer is saying that I don't like your product, then there is product team. We have our product head of home loans here in this room. He can probably help you after the session. So the job of the product head is to create new product and make sure that customer is satisfied with the product existing in the marketplace. So what happens is when you create a listening organization, your existing franchise is not at risk. But after that, what you are supposed to do, we also have a framework called Innovation and R&D Lab, which means we've created a different department other than product. Product will make sure that company wins in terms of product edge and proposition. But the team which is focusing on next 5 to 7 years, that what new is coming, R&D for future product. So if you continue to innovate, next 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, what new product is coming, and you continue to improvise on your old models, then you can always remain leading company in the country or the world, wherever you are. But if you are deaf, your people are saying something, you're not listening, your customers are saying something, you're not listening, your call center is being buzzed and you are not responding back, then organization will not last longer. So that's the future. Yeah. Thank you.
And then work with an IT firm. So if I want to sit for Godrej Capital, which is a BFSI company, right? So what is the decent amount of knowledge that you expect from a student like me? So could you please elaborate the term decent when it comes to knowledge?
Nice. I think we should give you an award for asking this question, because very rarely anybody could ask very intelligent question on building competence of, and you really asked a great question that what do we expect from students. And I think this will change the game for people who are wanting to be something in their life. And I'm not saying everybody will become CEO, but I'm saying that if you have this level of clarity, you will definitely do well in your life. I think the answer to that is, what do we expect from our employees at this level? What can we check when we interview a candidate in the form of a student? What do we check? We really want to see real you. We do not want to see what my daughter at my home is different than what she is in school. I went to her PTM last month and teacher was saying she's outstanding ABC XYZ, but when we see her at home, she's always Tufan. So that's called natural disc and adaptive disc. So if you are natural, if you are honest, authentic, and if you show that ability to learn more and not, those 10th standard, 12th standard, graduation level, college, little bit of rawness, we expect from you that organization has a certain framework, and if you show willingness to learn more, that I'm willing to do, I don't know finance, frankly I have not done MBA, then what? Doesn't matter. What is that in the world which cannot be learned? So with practice, the only thing you need to say always in your life is, मुझे कुछ नहीं आता है, and I want to learn more. If I think students at your level in the next 2 years, even if you do MBA with CGPA of, let's say, whatever, best scoring model you have, if you have the ability to say, I want to learn more, and I am ready to change my belief system, which is good, not so good, bad, I don't know. So if you all are willing to change your mindset, and I'm not saying work 80 hours a week, I'm saying do whatever you want to do, but have a good receptive behavior, that I want to change myself for good. If you have that mindset, I think you will win. I mean, you will go to Mars, or even whatever moonshot you have in your life, you can achieve whatever you want. But the only thing is not like I, me, myself. If that's the attitude, I think you will not do anything in your life. I mean, that I would strongly advise everyone to kind of stay away from. Yeah. Thank you. Looks like we're done. Yeah. So thank you so much for being patient, audience. And last point from my end: why do I try to give my best to young generation of India? It's my purpose that even in this session of few hundred people, if I am able to pass on my message through 1 or 2 people in this room, and if you make change in your life, I think I contributed in India's growth story, because you are future of India, and I'm born in India, became successful in India, and I believe in India's story for next 2-3 decades. We are building world's best company in the country. If this session can help any one of you, 1, 2, 3, I don't know, maybe all, if you can change your outlook that I want to do something significant, I think I go happy home today saying something has happened well. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for your insights, sir. May I now invite our student manager, Mr. Harshit, and Ms. Amisha to felicitate our guest of honor with a token of appreciation.
Thank you, sir. May I now call upon student manager Ms. Manya to put forward the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Jayanam. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Sri Balaji University, Pune, I, Manya Jain, Junior Student Manager at Balaji Institute of Technology and Management, feeling blessed to extend vote of thanks to our respected distinguished guest, Mr. Pankaj Gupta, sir, for gracing us with his presence and sharing his valuable time to guide us for a successful career. Your expertise and dedication are truly inspiring, and we are fortunate to have the opportunity to hear from you. Sir, we are enlightened with your words of wisdom in this insightful corporate session. I would like to highlight some key points from your session. How corporate work. Sir, we are enlightened by your life story. It was truly inspiring for each one of us. Create credible leadership. Educate yourself continuously. Last but certainly not the least, You learn more, you earn more, you grow more, then you celebrate more. Thank you, sir, for sharing your time and knowledge with us. Your support and encouragement mean a great deal to us, and we look forward to your continued association. May I please request everyone to applaud the session. Once again, thank you everyone for attending and making this event a success. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Everyone, you are required to stay back.